Tuesday, March 18, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma. On the news this afternoon. Explosion rocks Trans-Niger pipeline in Gokana, Rivers State. Rivers Commissioner says Governor Fubara may still present budget tomorrow. Reactions trail notice of misconduct served on Governor Fubara deputy. Rivers local government workers cry over non-payment of February salary. On the foreign scene, UN Chief Turk condemns Israeli air attacks in Gaza. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele with the news. Now, an explosion has hit the Trans-Niger pipeline at Bodo in Gokana local government area of Rivers State. The blast happened late Monday night near the ongoing Bodo-Boni Road construction. Reports say the pipeline is still on fire, but the cause remains unknown, and there are concerns it could be linked to recent militant threat over the federal government's decision to withhold Rivers State funds due to the ongoing political crisis. Authorities have yet to react to this. Now, the Trans-Amadi pipeline is a key pipeline that moves crude oil to the Boni export terminal. This is the third oil-related explosion in Rivers State this year. Recall that in February, a huge fire engulfed two flow stations around Cawthorne Channel in Boni local government area of Rivers State, destroying the facilities and causing loss of lives. Also in January, massive fire caused by crude oil spills raged for weeks in Agumbukuma community, Degema local government area of Rivers State, leaving the community in distress. Moving on now, Rivers State Commissioner for Information Joe Johnson says Governor Fubara may visit the Assembly quarters tomorrow to present the 2025 budget, even if the lawmakers fail to respond to his letter. Mr. Johnson spoke on Nigeria Info FM's Morning Crossfire today.
We expect that they should get back to us. If there's no negative response, it is my pleasure to again notify you, Mr. Speaker, of my desire and intention to present the 2025 budget to the Rivers State House of Assembly on Wednesday, the 19th March 2025 by 11 a.m. or any other date within March 2025 that you may consider convenient. So if there is no response, they say silence is consent. Tomorrow, if we don't deal with this, our locations will not come.
The governor said he wrote a letter to the Speaker of the House of Assembly about his plan to represent the 2025 budget tomorrow. The letter, which went viral, was also published in two national dailies, but the Assembly said they did not receive any letter from the governor. Now, on the letter of gross misconduct against the governor and his deputy, the commissioner told journalists in his office yesterday that the Rivers State government has not received any letter from the Assembly on any misconduct.
The letter is not addressed to the governor. I also saw it is addressed to the Speaker. So there's no way letter written to the Speaker can be received by the governor. It is now common knowledge that members of the Right Honorable Martin Amewule-led Rivers State House of Assembly have by their own actions refused to allow the governor of Rivers State to fully implement the judgment of the Supreme Court on the long-drawn political and legal battle that has lingered since after the ill-fated attempt to impeach him on October 30, 2023.
Mr. Johnson warned the lawmakers about the consequences of their actions on the people and urged them to reconsider their stance.
That with the current actions of the House, the dire consequences and harsh realities that the civil servants, retirees, and people of the state will face unimaginable economic hardships, as the government will be unable to pay salaries, pensions, and other emoluments, as well as perform other obligations at the end of the month, as both the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Accountant General of the Federation have been ordered to cease revenue allocations to the state until this
Mr. John criticized the infinite suspension of plenary State House of Assembly, calling it a face-saving move to hide evidence and stall the state's development.
By adjourning Senate die, the lawmakers suddenly have realized that they have shown too much evidence of the fact that they stalled development of the state and punished the people of the competent support is enjoying in spite of the occasion as full as an outcome is very attentive and they pointed that the interest of the state is not part of their consideration.
Now, earlier, members of the House of Assembly held a plenary where one of the lawmakers, Major Jack, urged the House to publish the notice of the allegation of gross misconduct against the governor and deputy governor in the national dailies.
Mr. Speaker, I would want to move a motion that would grant leave to the clerk so that we can publish all the letters of gross misconduct that is meted on the governor and the deputy governor. Mr. Speaker, therefore, I want to move that we grant the clerk the leave to publish all letters, correspondence that is written from us to you and from you to His Excellency on the print media, at least not less than 3.
In the letter dated 14th March and sent to the Speaker of the House, Martin Amehule, the lawmakers accused Governor of reckless and unconstitutional expenditure of public funds, hindering or obstructing the Rivers State House of Assembly appointment of people to occupy offices, positions in the government, without allowing for the requirement of screening and confirmation. Other accusations against the governor include the seizure of salaries, allowances, and funds standing to the credit of the legitimate River State House of Assembly, and the seizure of the salary of the clerk of the River State House of Assembly, Emeka Amadi. Meanwhile, a Port Harcourt-based lawyer, Atinike Williams Swobodo, says River State Deputy Governor Ngozi Odu cannot absolve herself from any alleged wrongdoing committed by her principal. Mr. Williams Swobodo said this while defending the notice of gross misconduct served on the governor and his deputy by the River State House of Assembly. Mr. Williams Swobodo claimed that the governor and his deputy committed an infraction against the Constitution and may not escape the wrath of the lawmakers. He spoke with correspondent Yobi Oruwari.
The deputy governor may say, give that defense, but the truth of the matter is that she has expended resources of the state without valid appropriation. So if she has spent resources of the state without valid appropriation, she understands that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says no public fund shall be expended without due appropriation. So she cannot hide under the cloak of taking directive from the governor. But I have not seen what the grounds of his conduct are, so I don't want to speculate. That defense, to my mind, is very weak.
The Port Harcourt-based lawyer advised the governor not to play politics with the implementation of the Supreme Court judgment.
When I offered this advice, I said, look, when it gets to today, when the Rivers State House of Assembly would serve any notice of misconduct to the governor, there will be no place to run to. You understand? Because the grounds is that you have breached the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, the man that you will run to say, no, I did not breach the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which is the court, has already said so in advance because you did not want to listen. My advice to the governor is that he should look for a way to go and appeal to the Rivers State House of Assembly so that they can tamper justice with mercy.
However, constitutional lawyer Innocent Eku disagrees, insisting that serving notice of gross misconduct on the governor and his deputy at the same time is legally incorrect.
Notice is supposed to be served to a particular officer because the governor is the head of the executive, and if there is any misconduct, he is the person to be questioned. Duties of the deputy governor fall outside the issues even in controversy. They cannot serve both the governor and the deputy governor on those issues that are in the public domain. If they did serve notice to both the governor and the deputy governor, these issues that have been in public domain, they acted illegally, they acted unconstitutionally. The deputy governor have no question to answer in this regard.
Dr. Eku spoke further on the notice of misconduct and the process of impeachment.
If what they serve is notice of misconduct, it follows that first of all, the House will have to carry out a procedure to determine if there was actually a misconduct. If those misconducts amount to a misconduct in the eye of the law based on the circumstances, that means that will have to be done and determined before even an impeachment procedure will commence. Because there is a notice of impeachment.
But a former Commissioner for Information and Communications, Ogbonna Nwuke, believes that the lawmakers are relying on the Supreme Court judgment to make one of them governor.
What Governor Siminalayi Fubara has done is to obey the rulings of the Supreme Court, because nobody can, beyond the Supreme Court, you cannot appeal. But this should not be seen as a mark of weakness on the part of Rivers people. Rivers people are very, very angry. And then you are telling us because you want somebody whose turn it is not to become governor, you are going to impeach a governor, you are going to impeach a deputy. Rivers people will resist it. We will refuse it. We will contest it in the streets, in our bedrooms, but we will contest it.
Still to come, Rivers local government workers cry over non-payment of February salary. Stay with us. Yet to receive their February salaries. Some affected workers who spoke to correspondent Mekotoka said the delay has made it difficult to support their families, and no explanation has been given by their union leadership on the situation.
The truth is that we've not been paid like you heard. This is unusual. I must tell you the truth. Many of us who are workers of the local government or the council are family men. And as I speak with you, this has been very tight for us as family people. This salary helps us to take care of our families. But as I talk with you, we have been asking questions, all to no answer. Nothing has been answered from our principal officer. Some of us who engage them privately, they are not giving us any answer. So the truth is that from the feedback we are getting, I think it's from the judgment of the Supreme Court.
We are kept in the dark. Nobody knows the reason why the delay in the payment of February salary. Nobody knows why the delay. It has never happened like this before since the inception of this particular administration of.
When contacted, the state chairman of the National Union of Local Government Employees, NOGE, Clifford Paul, said the delay is not unique to Rivers State.
Ask them if they have inquired on the masses of their union. The matter is not only on
Mr. Paul, who is also the head of local government administration in Port Harcourt City, however, assured workers in the state that their February salaries would be paid. He said Governor Fubara has directed the compilation of the local government wage bill for immediate payment.
But because of the compassion, the executive governor of the Senator Fubara task for the local government workers, they have requested that the wage bill of the workers of local government stances be submitted for him for the optimal payment of workers' salary. Between now and the weekend, the local government workers will be paid their salary. Governor Fubara has decided as the general of the state to pay them their salaries, 85% minimum wage.
Now, the Rivers State Police Command has dismissed reports that the Port Harcourt residence of the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike was attacked and set ablaze by hoodlums on Sunday night. Some online media platforms claimed that the FCT Minister's residence was under siege and had been torched by unidentified individuals. However, in a statement issued yesterday, the police public relations officer, Superintendent Grace Iringa-Koko, described the report as false and misleading. She said the command has no record of such an incident and that the report was a deliberate attempt to incite unrest and spread fear. She reassured the public of the police command's commitment to maintaining security in the state and urged residents to rely on credible sources for information while reporting any suspicious activities to law enforcement agencies. And now in business, former Minister of Petroleum Resources Diezani Alison Madueke has asked the Federal High Court in Abuja to stop the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC from selling off all the properties seized from her. In entertainment, singer Portable's third baby mama, Honeyberry, says her son has nothing to learn from the singer. Honeyberry said this while accusing Portable of threat to her life following their ongoing dispute. In sports, 9 more players have arrived at the Super Eagles camp in Kigali ahead of Friday's 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying fixture against the Amavubi of Rwanda.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The United Nations Rights Chief, Volker Turk, has voiced horror at the most intense Israeli air attacks in Gaza since the fragile ceasefire took effect in January. In a statement quoted by Reuters, Mr. Turk said the attack will add tragedy onto tragedy. At least 330 people were killed by Israeli airstrikes on Gaza overnight, according to the Hamas-run Health Ministry. But the Israeli military said it was carrying out extensive strikes after talks to extend the ceasefire failed.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Now that's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Explosion has rocked the Trans-Niger pipeline in Gokana, River State. Rivers Commissioner Joe Johnson said Governor Fubara may still present budget tomorrow despite snap. Reactions are still trailing the notice of misconduct served on Governor Fubara and his deputy. Rivers local government workers have lamented the non-payment of their February salaries. Now on the foreign right chief Volker Turk has condemned the airstrike. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele. Many thanks for listening.